Hey everybody, welcome to the Mother's Day Challenge 2020, round two. Time to sell some mugs and necklaces. So why round two? Well, because round one was doing pretty good, and I want to make sure I extend it into round two so we can really hit Mother's Day hard, especially with the times we're going through. I think everybody kind of appreciates their moms a little bit more right now. So first of all, can you hear me and can you see my screen? Give me a one in the chat box if you guys are good to go. 111. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then where are you located? Let's see who the furthest away is. You guys know I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. It is rainy and chilly today, which is not good because I bought the kid a little play set and I'm trying to put it together in the backyard. But it's muddy, so it's kind of gross. Mexico, right on. Awesome. We have Ontario down the road, Toronto, New York, Metro, right? Oh, New York, how are you guys doing there? Vancouver. I heard New York is kind of empty. Like people, did they leave or did they stay? I don't know what's going on there. So we basically have people from all over North America so far. Nobody really from overseas yet, but the time zones make a big difference. So, oh, there we go. London, UK. Right on. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Again, thank you very much for coming on. I've got lots of stuff to show you. And what are we going to cover? Basically, three things. We're going to do number one, what to sell. And this time it's two products, not just one. Okay. So we're going to combine things and we're going to offer a lot more. So we're just going to expand on round one. If you're like, what the heck is round one? Well, it's in the forums and I can show you that. So number two, how to sell it, funny or sentimental this time around. Usually I go with sentimental stuff, meaning like mushy because it works very well. But this time we're gonna give you options to make it work a little bit better. And number three, how to ensure success. And of course, wouldn't that be nice, especially in times like these? And who's this for? It's basically for the following people: people starting out online with print on demand and paid traffic, people who've tried but failed maybe in the past, people who need some inspiration, people who need some motivation, people who need accountability, people who do not quit at the first sign of trouble, and people who just want to connect all those dots together because it is a very there's a lot of moving parts involved in this stuff. So who it's not for? I mean, negative people, finger pointers, quitters, bad attitudes, or all around unpleasant people. I'm getting too old. I have no time for that. So we are definitely in crazy times. So I'm going to address this first. I've had literally one person unsubscribe from my forums in the past month, and that one person said, "Oh, it's because of the virus." And I said, "Hey, no problem. I understand." One person. That's it. Why are people staying? I'll tell you, like we are definitely in unprecedented times. People are scared. People are self-isolating. We've never been through this before. Like right now, when I have my whole family at home and like I'm used to kind of self-isolating. I think I've been doing that practicing for like 13 years now. But now for me, it's like the opposite because I actually have people around all the time. I'm not used to that. So I'm experiencing the opposite of the rest of the world. But anyway, I mean, somebody made a post on Facebook earlier today and they said like, gas prices are at a record low. Here in Canada, they're between 60 and 72 cents a liter, which is super low. Like I remember when I was 16 years old, I took my mom's car to the gas station and I filled up her tank for 58 cents. And I thought that was low. And it's just nuts. It's so low. I filled up my Suburban for I think it was $65 and it's usually like 120. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, self-distancing measures are on the rise. There's like tape on the floors at grocery stores now and Costco, and we have to keep people away like 2 meters or like 6 feet from each other. There's limited number of people inside stores. Lineups are actually outside the store because they only let a certain amount in at a time. Non-essential stores and businesses are closed here in Canada. That means like the parks, the trails, we have entire cities locked down. The schools here are all closed. There's a shortage of masks, gowns, gloves, and everything for our frontline workers. I have nurse friends that are like, we get 4 masks for like a 12-hour shift, which is gross, but that's what they get. There's a shortage of respirators for the critically ill. Panic buying is setting in. I mean, well, it kind of did set in. We went through the no toilet paper phase where you go to the grocery store and you look down the aisle, there's no freaking toilet paper. Like, what is going on? No disinfecting supplies, no paper towels, no laundry soap, no hand sanitizer. Shelves were bare. Now it seems to have come back around. Essential businesses are changing to make like visors, masks, and hand sanitizers. Government is, well, here they closed the border to all non-essential travel, and we basically called all Canadians home and made it mandatory when they come home that they have to self-isolate for 14 days. Okay, there's actually fines established for breaking the rules here. Um, we also have our government here in Canada has set fines now for the price gouging that others were doing. So if you get caught doing it as a store or a person, you're going to be fined big time. There's like press conferences daily from our prime minister and our premier, which is like kind of your, if you're in the States, as like your president and your governors. There's government incentives now. They're paying people who are like struggling. Barely anyone is on the street or on the roads. Like when I used to go get my morning coffee, I would make sure I took the road and the path that had like street lights so that I could get out on the road. Because if I took the other path that didn't have street lights, I'd be sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for traffic. Now I'm like, pull up, go right through. It's just nuts. It feels like we're in a movie. There, people are wearing masks and gloves outside. I mean, all this stuff is going on. So the thing is, should we stop? Should we just go, okay, I'm pulling up the tent pegs and I'm folding up the tent and I'm going home and I'm just going to sit here and, watch Netflix all the time? My answer is absolutely not. So especially in the business that I do and that you do because you're here, we help people. So what are we doing? What do you do as when you sell print on demand products with Facebook ads? Yes, your goal is to profit, but your other goal is you're going to put a smile on somebody's face, two people's faces, the giver and the receiver. So for Mother's Day, everybody has a mom. We want to make our moms smile, especially in these crazy times when they might be stuck at home and they don't have anybody around. Like my mom's single. My dad died years and years ago. She's at home literally alone, and she has a respiratory illness that she was on oxygen a couple months ago. If she catches this, she's gone. So she is self. We can't even go there. So we'll go get her groceries and we'll put her on. We'll put them on the doorstep, and then we'll just text her and say they're on the doorstep, and then we'll stand back like 10 feet and we'll talk to her. But even that we don't want to do because we don't want to possibly pass something on to her. So if I can buy my mom a nice gift, which I'm going to, and give and send it to her for Mother's Day, I'm doing that. So think of it that way. That's what we're doing. That's a good thing. It is a good thing that we're doing. And the other question people have been asking me is, oh, what nobody's buying right now. They're all like scared. They're hoarding their money. Totally untrue. Totally untrue. I'll show you in this presentation what happened like very, very recently. Even yesterday I profited. So that's baloney. People are still buying. They do still want to give gifts. They do still want to make people smile. That will never change with humans. So we are not buying tons of hand sanitizer and toilet paper and marking up the price and gouging it and trying to sell it on Amazon like pretty much douchebags. That's not what we're doing. We're good people doing a good service that people want, and that's a good thing. So that's my little spiel on the coronavirus. Keep going. It's okay. You're here. So I'm sure that you're in the right place. And if you stay until the end, of course, I do have a special offer. But before we begin, I usually like to introduce myself for people that don't really know me. This time I'm not going to do it. If you want to know more, go to my group, ppc-coach.com/group, or go to my page and go to ppc-coach.com/testimonials, or just Google my name. You're going to find a whole bunch of stuff. Hopefully they're all good. I don't know. Probably some stolen courses on there. I don't know. But anyway, that's what you can do. Instead, let me show you who I am and how I operate. I practice what I preach. Okay. I don't show you anything unless I'm actually doing it. And I love helping others succeed. So this is my Christmas 2019. It was pretty sweet. I pulled in over six figures from October 21st to December 21st. That's 2 months. That's awesome. I sold 3,389 necklaces and coffee mugs during that period. That is wicked. My ROI was about 40% on average. And in fact, it's holding steady still. It's even a little bit higher right now during the coronavirus. So I did pretty good for a 2 month run. I actually wish I spent more. The point is, like, you have to make hay while the sun shines. So Christmas is a special time. People are buying gifts and they're trying to, get gifts for their loved ones. Every holiday that comes around, people are trying to buy gifts. And as the holiday gets closer and closer, people buy more and more. Okay. So you have to make hay while the sun shines. What about recently, Will? You still selling even with the coronavirus? Yep. In fact, today is what, March 30th. So this was March 27th when I did this slide. Um, that should say profit. $618.52 profit. My revenue was $809.60. My expense, Facebook ads, was $368.51. That's $441.09 US. Okay. So how do I get 618.52? Because I'm in Canada. So I get to convert that to Canadian. That's 618.52, which is 120% ROI on March 27th. Okay. So does this stuff still work? 100% it does. And there's proof right there. Okay. So if anybody that doubts you or says you're crazy for trying anything, don't believe them. You want proof? No problem. This is my screen. So this is the day, 809.60. This was taken on March 28th. And you can see I'm getting up there. Even last 28 days, $16,621. That's US. 515 sales. Last week, 7 days. So this goes back from March 28th that I took the screenshot, going back 7 days. Sold 4,372.10. So I'm not kidding when I say this, that people are still buying. Here's my expenses. Okay. 368.51. This is only registering 10 because it's Facebook. And sometimes when people buy more than one, it doesn't register as more than one on Facebook. But there's my expense, 368.51. Convert that, 441.09 USD to CAD, 618.52 Canadian. Yeah, I get a very nice pay bump because I get to convert from US to Canadian. All right. So I hope you guys can see that. I just want to eliminate all doubt. Do I have your attention now? I hope so. Okay. Don't believe what everybody says about, no, you got to shut down. You got to quit. You can't do this right now. This is not the right time. You got to, excuses are like belly buttons. Everybody has them. And most of the people making excuses aren't actually taking any action. If you take action, you're going to succeed, even in this insane time. All right. The key, timing is everything. Okay. The next big holiday coming up is Mother's Day. And I've already run round one. This is round two. What do people really buy? They buy flowers, jewelry, cards, chocolates, and more for their moms. So what can you do? You can sell gifts online for Mother's Day. You can put a smile on every mom in the world's face, from their kids, from their husband, from their sisters, from their brothers. It doesn't have to be a kid buying it for their mom. It can be a husband buying it for his wife. It can be a dad buying it for his daughter who is a mom. Like, there are so many different combinations that you can do, but everybody automatically thinks, oh, it's got to be a son or a daughter buying it for their mom. Nope, that's just one. Okay, be creative. How? It's simple. Come up with an idea, get a design made, upload it, market it, make money. Even right now. Sounds simple? Well, there's a bit more to it, of course, but that's where I come in. I'll teach you how and support you along the way. Here's a couple examples of people that are succeeding. This is from my forums. Just want to thank Will for sharing his expertise to give us some motivation to forum members who didn't get started yet. I think I found a winner, made $400, 198 invested. Here's another one. Me again, reached 3,500 in revenue with 50% profit because people are buying more than one necklace. What's working? He shows what's working. So he moved it. I blanked that out because that's for forum members only. This was on Teespring too. Okay. Some days are good, others are bad. Kill the campaign on the bad days, increase the budget on the good days. How I found the design, I checked blank. This is all on the forum. Another one, $1,000 milestone. Wanted to post a quick screenshot of my recent milestone hitting 1,000 profits on Shinon. Just joined a month ago. Started with Christmas challenge number 2 and applied the techniques immediately. His ad spend is still a little high and he's not profitable yet, but I'm trying to tweak and adjust so I can start turning a profit. However, I came into this understanding that I'm learning at this point, and spending is the cost for valuable knowledge. Thank you, Coach, everyone here in the forum for the continuing advice and support. So why would I show you a screenshot of somebody who's not quite profitable yet? Because a lot of you will be in this position. And if you quit when you hit that milestone, don't do that, because this can turn into profits very easily, and it has for this person too. So why tell you all that? Because it applies to your business too. There's a lot more. I have a whole section on my forums dedicated to success stories. But how did they do this? Well, they got some help and they took action, which is why you're here. And so maybe you've missed Mother's Day in the past and you're not going to this time. Okay, I hope. Maybe you're thinking, well, I can't do this right now. It's coronavirus time. Nope, can't do it. Wrong. That's why I put together the Mother's Day Challenge 2020 round 2, because I want to carry over the success of round 1. More on that later. Let's get into the training now. Today, we're going to cover 3 things. And then I'm going to make you an offer at the end, a very, very good offer. Number one is what to sell. Can you guess? This time it's 2 different products. I already kind of spilled the beans here, but you're going to double your chances of success. Necklaces and coffee mugs, right? Double your chance. So if you don't like doing mushy necklaces, or maybe you think, and it is true, some relationships with mothers are like funny ones and they're not really mushy. I mean, for me, I'd rather give my mom like a funny thing to make her laugh than a mushy thing. And maybe she wants a mushy thing, but just me personally, I just like to make her laugh. So if I can do a funny coffee mug and give that to my mom, I'm going to do that instead of a sentimental necklace. But I don't know. It just gives you options, right? The necklaces tip number one, of course, I've already mentioned this, but sentimental mushy stuff works best. So if in doubt, go mushy. The mushier, the better. Always. Coffee mug tip, funny stuff works best. So we got the best of both worlds. So let's do both. Let's see which products, which quotes, which, if is it funny, is it sentimental, which works best for you. Want to see a few examples? No problem. We can do this. Let me just pull this over here. Funny coffee mugs. There are a ton out there. Hey, mom, can I help you clean up? So no kid ever, right? Like, swearing mama, like a regular mom, but I cuss. Dear mom, thanks for being my mom. If I had a different mom, I go punch her in the face and go find you. Love your favorite. By the way, while we're on this one, this is probably from Gear Bubble. Yeah, somebody, Amazon Gear Bubble. But you can customize this with their names. Love Bob, love Will, right? You could even put Dear, well, you could put their name too. So in my case, it'd be Dear Charlene, love Will. I could do that. Mom, thanks for all the times you wipe my butt and stuff. You rule. Love always, Will. I can customize this with my name. See how simple these are? They're all just text based. If found in microwave, please return to mom. Okay, that's cool. Thou shalt not try me, mom 24/7. Okay, sorry, I gotta take a screenshot of that because that I'm gonna run this. That's hilarious. So this is what I do: take screenshots and then save it to a folder, and then I have a whole. Well, actually, it's a spreadsheet. Anyway, I get more on that in the actual forums, but I see funny stuff. I jump on it too. All right, so let's try this one. Mother Molly Banan, whatever. High melting point. TH radioactive. ER bright, shiny, and stable. Okay. All right. Tired as a mother. Goals today: keep the tiny humans alive. Now this one, this tiny human phrase, if you run that on Etsy, there's some tiny human person out there that will contact you because they believe that they own that phrase. So they'll ask you to take it down. So I like to run that on Facebook just to piss them off because I don't think they own it. I think they just applied for the trademark, but they haven't actually got it. So unless they got it now, I don't know. Thanks, Mom. It turned out awesome. That's a color changing mug, so that's very cool. Mom, it ain't easy. This is probably cold. Mom life. Even my coffee needs a coffee. Mom life. Mom, a title just above queen. Like, so anyway, the point is there is a million of these, right? And even this, mom, no matter what life throws at you, at least you don't have ugly children. That's a popular one too. And you can look down below and you can see a whole bunch of other ones. And there's a lot of these on Etsy as well. So if we go to Etsy, you type in funny mom mug, you get a ton. Quarantine sucks without you. There you go. I'm just trying. I'm just a mom trying not to raise assholes. So that it would be difficult to run on Facebook because you'd have to blur out that part because they're very finicky about that. Mom is where my heart is. I'm just a mom trying to. Okay. You are a great mom, the best, really terrific, really amazing. Other moms. Oh, let's see this one. So this is like a Trump mug. Losers, total disasters. Everyone agrees. By the way, while we're on the topic, Trump mugs and Trump stuff is doing very, very well. Very, very well. In fact, I would wager that any screenshot that you see on Facebook or anybody who's running a Shopify store and they're bragging about how much money they're doing, they're running Trump stuff. So I don't personally run any Trump stuff. I've been so tempted, but I just don't want to risk my ad account. And I don't think you'll necessarily, like, you won't lose your ad account, but you have to be approved for political ads in order to run these. So, um, yeah, it's a gray area. It's not even a gray area. I mean, you're allowed to use the president's image and likeness and caricatures because he's in public office, apparently. So it's good to go. So Trump stuff, you put anything with a Trump mug on there, and it'll work very well. So there's a whole bunch of those. Let's look now at some necklaces. So let's go. I like to go like this, to my mom necklace. So look at all these, tons. My angel, mom, time slips by, life goes on, but for my heart, you're never gone. So this is more of a memorial. To my mom, words are not enough to express how thankful I am for having you. You have pushed me so hard to reach my dreams and make my life even more meaningful. I love you forever. There you go. Nice necklace, right? We can do that. Now that one's a shine-on necklace, but you can easily put that onto a gear bubble one now. And how can I tell? Just by the shape and the mock-up. So I like heart-shaped ones. Here's one. To my mom, you held me first, you loved me first, and my heart will always be tied to yours. Love, your name. So apparently you can customize that one. Here's one. To my mother, my best friend, and most of all, my queen, I love you. Okay. To my beautiful mother, a mom like you is the sweetest gift that God has ever given me. You are the best among the rest. Love always, your son. Perfect. That is a shine-on one too, I can tell by the chain. But you can easily do a round one for gear bubble too. So you don't have to stick to the hearts. You can do the round stuff too. And as you can see, when I go into Google, there's a ton here. I adore your smile. I cherish your hugs. I admire your heart. But above all, I love that you are my mom. That's kind of weird. I adore your. Maybe it's working. I don't know. That seems like a little incestuous. But anyway, here's one. God bless me when he gave me you. I will always love you to my mom. Now that, I don't know. I'll get more into that in the forums on like what works and what doesn't. But some of these quotes are off, and the designs are very cool. So you could easily swap out the quote for the design. Like I'm just looking at, my guardian angel. I was your angel, and now you are mine. I love you forever, mom. That's more memorial. But you got to remember too, there are people that their mom has passed, and there's nothing wrong with giving them like a memorial necklace too. Here's an old one. To my mom, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for loving. So you can see this is the old style, and actually this is one that I did quite a bit of volume with originally. So you can get a ton of examples. You can also go here. I have to go to an incognito window, but go to the source, gear bubble. Go right there. And there are a couple questions coming in that I'm going to answer kind of at the end. I reserve some time. So let's go to top sellers, and let's go to mom. See what comes up. Oh, this is a good idea too. So here's a mug, dog mom. And look at the volume. Oh, they're not showing the volume, but the volume is high. It's between 6,000 and 5,000 sold. And this is for somebody who has a dog. Dear dog mom, thank you for being my mommy. If some other woman was my mom, I'd piss on her shoes, chew up her wireless phone, and go find you. Love, dog's name. Then you can enter the dog's name. Pretty cool, right? So this is how you can like customize these and sell them for. I'd actually sell that for more. And then on the back too, you can upload a picture. So you just click here to upload. Now, I think they would need a little bit more instructions on this, but you can upload a picture and you can customize the front as well, which is very cool. Just looking for some mum ones. Cat mum is very popular. Oh, so this is actually mine. I forgot this was on here. I made this a long, long time ago because it's priced at $27.95. If you're a police mom, this is for you. If you're a son or daughter and like to get this for your mom now, make sure you share this with them on Facebook too. This is mine. Police mom, some people only dream of meeting their hero. I raised mine. So that's something that a cop or a police officer can give to their mom. And this one sold very, very well. Yeah, 1,500 units I sold. Here's one to my wonderful mom. What does this one say? This is an older one, but if I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I'd use my last breath to tell you I love you. So to me, I mean, that kind of quote is more for a girlfriend or wife, but it worked. I mean, they sold, how many are they showing here? Well, it's between 1,200 and 1,100 units sold. So there are, yeah, you can get a whole bunch of ideas from here. Tons of ideas. There's mugs too. There's shirts. There's everything. All right. So that gives you an idea of what you can do and where you can find these things. And I go into a lot more detail on that in my actual training, but I'm just going to move these away. So, what's a good price now for this stuff? That's probably a question people are asking. I just went through this. This is the basics. So for me, I priced my necklaces on Gear Bubble at $39.95, which is higher than anybody else, and I might even go up even higher because perception is reality. I used to price them at $27.95, as you saw on that police one, but now I've gone up dramatically. I might even go up to $49.95 because when you're buying something for your mom, you don't want to buy her something cheap. And if you sell it too cheap, then people will think it's cheap. And if they get it and they think it's cheap, then they'll comment that it's cheap. It's really weird how human psychology works. So I price at $39.95. Coffee mugs, I'll go $17.95 for the 11 ounce, which is a little bit smaller, but still sells. 15 ounce, I'll go $21.95. Okay. So what do they cost? The necklaces, the base cost for me, this is for me. I get a slightly better rate because I do volume with Gear Bubble, but $4.75 for the necklace. That's what it costs. 11-ounce mug is $3.95. 15 ounce is $6.95. So if I sell a necklace, it's $39.95. Take off the cost of the necklace, $4.75. That means it's $35.20 is my actual revenue. All the screenshots that I show are this $35.20 number because they've already subtracted the cost of goods sold. That's my profit margin per sale on a necklace. That's the break even number. So I can spend up to $35.20 to get a sale. So what if, right? Okay, so assume it costs $25 to get one sale. So my profit is $39.95 minus 25 in ad cost, leaves $14.95 profit, minus the cost of goods sold, which is $4.75. So it brings it down to $10.20 per necklace sold. So if I sell 10 in a day, multiply that by 10, I'm at $102 a day. If you're making $102 profit a day, that's $3,060 per month. If you multiply that by a year, that's $37,230 per year. That's just one necklace, and that's just 10 sales per day. I do a lot more than that typically, right? So a lot of people look at that and they go, well, that's spending like $25 to get a sale times 10. Then that's like $250 in ad spend, right? I can't spend that. $250 per day is insane, but you're pulling in $399.50 in revenue per day. So spending that $250 to get there is now doable, right? It makes sense. People do that and more. You do not have to start that big. And in fact, I encourage you not to start that big. And I encourage you to start smaller. There's people on the forums right now that are like, okay, I'm at this point, I found a winner and I want to scale, but I don't know how. Like, what's the next step? And that's where you ramp up. There's a step between finding a winner, so your testing phase and your scaling phase, and that's a ramping up phase. So you got to start small. You got to gain confidence first. You got to gain experience second, and then you can bump it up. But always start small first, like way smaller. So I hope you're pumped yet. Do you see what's possible? There is a lot that's possible here. Let's move on basically to the second part now, and that is how to sell it. So we need a strategy and we need a method. First, the strategy for necklaces, it's the gift angle and the greeting card style. So let's cover this first. The gift angle means someone buys it for someone else to give to them as a gift. People love giving gifts, especially for Mother's Day. Skype go there. So let's make some necklaces that people can give as gifts, right? All the examples shown use the gift angle. Why? Because it works, as you just saw. So next is kind of the greeting card style. And think of how a greeting card is formatted. So there's three parts to it, and we plug in the variables depending on the niche. There's three parts, and it starts with to my blank. So this is mom, mommy, mother, whatever. Then the second part is a sentimental quote, much earlier the better. Think tears. Think of them like going, oh my God, that's so beautiful, thank you. And then love blank. That's the greeting card style. Husband, son, daughter, whoever it's from. That's it. That's the secret sauce right there. That's the style. Follow it and you'll find winners. Now, what about mugs? Okay, so as you saw, there's a lot of funny quotes out there, and funny quotes work best for mugs, although you can still do sentimental stuff. In fact, when I sell a necklace, the upsell on the necklace, the automatic upsell, will typically be the exact same design, but on a mug. So you could combine forces here and do like a funny or a sentimental necklace, and then you could switch it up and do a funny mug as an upsell too. Or you could just market the mug directly. There's a lot of options here. So where can I find those? All over the internet, online and offline. There's tons, right? So now what? I mean, it's traffic time. It's time to get eyeballs on our necklaces. Now, Facebook ads and a couple of proven methods is what I like to use. I also taught Google search ads in the last challenge, which is round one, and I'm thinking of adding YouTube ads for this one. So there, I'm going to offer a lot of variety in what you're going to learn for traffic, not just Facebook ads. Okay, the reinforcement method is my go-to because some campaigns, well, most don't even last the day, so we have to reinforce them. And that means scheduling new ones to start in the morning and then in the evening. That's the basic gist of the reinforcement method that I use quite a bit of. So it's got a couple phases, and phase one is testing. And that means let's see if your necklace or your coffee mug will get some sales. So you launch 10 campaigns, and with my reinforcement method, each campaign has one ad set and one ad in it. That's it. That's why you launch 10 of them. You'll know after a day. And how do you know? Did it get a sale? If yes, then you can move to the next phase. If it only got one sale on 10 kind of campaigns, then it's iffy. If it gets two sales, it's got a better chance of succeeding. If you get three sales on that test product in a day or with your test campaign, odds are you've got a definite winner that you can scale. So one is iffy, two is maybe, three is, yeah, let's go. Okay. Phase two is launch. So you basically create more campaigns. You schedule half of them to start at 12 a.m., the other half to start at 4 p.m. The 4 p.m. ones are the reinforcements because the ones from the morning will have dropped off because your automated rules will have shut them down. They'll get sales throughout the day, and we just keep scheduling more and more campaigns as long as the product keeps getting us sales. And we control all this with automated rules. Okay, so it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not once you get into it. Phase three is retargeting. I've got a whole fancy retargeting system, but you could start very simple. Okay, so what I do is I create custom audiences for the following: 1 day, 3, 7, 30, 180 for all three events. And then I'll just create 5 ad sets targeting each different custom audience, and I'll exclude buyers, people that already bought. And then each ad set offers something different. So we start with a reminder, then a discount, then maybe another set of products, maybe free shipping, and then we'll just keep going like that. Retargeting is something where you make a ton of money for sure, and that's a very glossed over view of it. There's more technical stuff involved, but that's how it works. Phase four is scaling. This is where you can start spending way more money on your best products that are proven to be very profitable. 2,500 per day is a good starting point for that. Campaign structure is different from the launch phase or the ramping up phase. And by now you're making tremendous profits per day and life is good. And if you're doing well on a product, you want to back up a dump truck full of money to it and make hay while the sun shines. Okay. Now I know what you're thinking, whoa, that sounds complicated. And like Facebook ads can be. It's not easy. It took me years, like over a decade, to get really good at this paid traffic stuff. It's not easy. I'm not saying that. But what if there was someone out there who could teach you in detail? I bet that would help. And that's how I got started back in 2005. I do have another method too, but that's for my forum members only. So I didn't talk about Google Ads. I also have Google Ads that I teach people too. So let's finish this off, and time for the third part, which is how to ensure success. And of course, wouldn't that be nice? So the reality check is this is not a simple, a super simple thing that we're talking about. There's a lot of moving parts, and it can be very complicated to figure out, as you guys have probably thought by now. Some of you might be going, "Whoa, I can't do that." You can. You need a couple things before you even start. You need an idea, a design, image, a place to upload it, a way to market it, a way to connect it to an email program, a way to track results, a way to test, ramp up, scale, retarget, and you need a schedule to follow. So you need all that. So how do you do this? You've got, excuse me, two basic options: the easy way or the hard way. And I don't know why, but a lot of people really want to do that hard way where they go for it on their own. And the hard way involves go to YouTube or something, go to Facebook, search for selling products online with Facebook ads. You're going to get the following: different opinions, different styles, outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. And then go try each one on your own. Now, right now, you're also going to get guys that started a year or two ago and they think they're big shots, but they've never been through a downtime in the economy. So they've never had to go through like a recession. So they don't really know how to do it, and they're kind of panicking right now. That's why you see a lot of workshops coming out right now, because a lot of guys are really struggling. A lot of new guys to the business, they just haven't been through a downturn, so they don't know how to navigate those waters. Okay, that's where I come in, because I'm an old dinosaur that's been through. I went through the 2007 2008 credit crisis, where everything, the economy tanked. A lot of businesses went belly up, and I've been through that. I've been through destroyed businesses and bad times before, so I know what to do. And what you do is you keep going, you keep plowing forward. Okay. Anyway, now you've got something, not the solution, but you've got something, right? So you've got a thing called information overload. So you basically have so many options that you do not know where to start. That is not a good place to be, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing. Like you're frozen. So you go back to square one and you start filling your brain with too much information again. That route stinks. I do not suggest it for anyone. Instead, take the easy route. So learn from someone who has been there, done that, and has a t-shirt already. So let's go back to 2005 for a second. So I can show you what I did way, way, way back when. I took the easy way. I found a mentor and a coach, even back then. I was working at TD Ameritrade, took the night shift so I could search the internet to figure out how to make money online because I hated my job. I found a mentor. He taught me all about my first business, doing secured loan leads online, selling them to banks and loan companies in the UK. And without him, I'd probably still be at a 9 to 5 job. But he helped me big time. That's the easy way. If you want to learn to lose weight, you find someone to teach you how, to hold you accountable and give you step by step plans on how to do it. Want to learn to scuba dive? Find someone to teach you how. I mean, I do not suggest, actually, you can't go rent equipment without being, I think it's licensed is what they call it. You can't even rent the equipment, right? Because you'll die. So you want to learn from a certified instructor. Want to learn to fly a plane? You don't just go to the airport and hop in a plane. They say that you can get up in the air, but it's the landing that'll kill you. So you need to learn from someone who knows what they're doing. This is no different. You have to find someone to teach you how, no matter what. The best way is to have a mentor, have a coach, have someone teach you how to do it step by step. It's also the best way to ensure success, right? Which brings me to the last part of the training. At the beginning, I said I had an offer for you, and I do. I have something awesome for you. But first, let me ask you one little question. Are you enjoying it so far? I hope you're nodding your head yes. I hope you're reassured that, you know what, times are weird right now. A lot of people are struggling, but there are people that aren't struggling too. You got to realize that. There's retirees that have basically no effect, except they can't go out to a restaurant and eat. They still have money. There's other people that have worked from home. They're like basically they're, for the last decade or more. They're really seeing no change in their business. Guys like me. Okay. The only thing that I see is I've got more people around me more. And so instead of being isolated, I actually have more social contact throughout the day. Okay. But not everybody is on, struggling to pay the rent or anything like that. There are people that are, mind you, but there are people that aren't as well. Do you think this stuff can work for you? I hope so. So far we've covered what to sell, how to sell it, and how to ensure success. So my question is, do you want to take things to the next level? Okay, introducing the Mother's Day Challenge, round 2. The info and the methods that I have shown today have only scratched the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. Well, maybe a little dent. The Mother's Day Challenge 2020 round 2 is all about showing you the exact system to follow by watching me over the shoulder, step by step, in excruciating detail on every platform, on every dashboard, what buttons to push, what buttons not to push, what settings to use to find ideas, to get them created, and then to sell them profitably. So what is it though? It is training and support, and it is on my forums. That's where it is. How much is it? Peanuts. We'll get to that in a second, but it is literally peanuts. Sound pretty sweet? It definitely is. So what you get with the Mother's Day Challenge 2020 is 3 live training webinars each week. We talk about week 1, it's research and setup. Week 2 is launching and tracking. Week 3 is ad campaigns. And there's get started videos before, over the shoulder. You watch me, then you do it in your own ad accounts and your own Gear Bubble account and everything else. It's a $9.97 value. It's actually way more than that, but I put it at that. It's full training, step by step in detail, and that is just the training part. There's another aspect to it. So you don't want to go at this alone. You don't want to fly solo anymore. And if you've ever tried talking to someone about online stuff, you might look at them and go, haha, wait, what? Like they don't really know. My wife, she does that all the time. Every time I start talking about my business, she wants to participate, but some of it is like just plain old boring to her, so she doesn't. So what's the solution? Well, you basically need a group of people who speak your language, and that's what the second part is. It's access to the forums. And what you get with the forums is a members only forum right on my site. Looks great on mobile too. It is available 24/7. You get support, you can network with others. And these are people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out. And it's led by me. And that's easily $1,000 or more of value, basically. It's actually way more than that. So it is as valuable as the training itself. So you get the training and support, right? Does that sound pretty good? But that's not all. You also get access to all the previous challenges. So what you get is there's 5 previous challenges on the forums, and I apologize for my daughter and dog up there yelling and screaming. Sorry about that. Sorry. Like I said, I work at home, so I've got people in the background causing a ruckus. So you get the previous 5 challenges already complete on the forums. People did succeed already, and we ran the following: 2 for Christmas, 1 for Valentine's Day, 1 funny coffee mug challenge. There's already a Mother's Day challenge in there, so you can get started immediately. You get full access to them right away, and that's a 1994 value right there. So you can see all the value that you're getting. It's a ton, and it is a great price. It's a combined value of $3,998. But I'm not charging that much, not even close, like not even a fraction of that. So what is the cost? You're going to love this. There's 2 options available right now. I've got a dollar trial for 7 days. I should say 7. Then it goes to $49.99 per month, and you can cancel at any time. This is peanuts. Okay, so you can get in there for $1. You can view all the previous 5 challenges. There's so much information in there, like way more than you'd ever get in like even a $2,000 online course. For $1, you can get in. The how? Go to ppccoach.com/join right there in the bottom right. I'll leave that up in the bottom right of the screen. Option 2 is you can pay yearly. So you're charged every year. That gets you 2 months free. You can do that option 2. I mean, the amount of training I've got in there right now is, like I said, it's worth way more than a $2,000 course, even a $3,000 course. This is a freaking steal. So it's the equivalent of $41.66 monthly. Saves you money long term. You cancel at any time. A lot of people prefer the trial. I have no problem with that. It's a membership site, so you can cancel at any time. You're not locked in. I'm not going to do the Infusionsoft thing where they lock you in for a year because they know their software is hot garbage. That's not me. If you don't like it, leave. That's fine. We're cool. We'll part as friends. Come back at any time. But you will not want to cancel. Why? Because every month another challenge launches right on the site. So the challenges are every month. Right now, we're in Mother's Day challenge number 1 that just ended. We're starting Mother's Day challenge number 2. Then we kick it into Father's Day mode, okay? Because that's coming up. Then we do a dog challenge. Then the wedding season challenge. Then I put a pig challenge, but I might do wedding season number 2. The dog and the pig can change. And then we do a Christmas challenge, number 1 and number 2. And then we just keep repeating year after year with every single one. So it works very, very well like this. That's why you will stick around. The key is constant updates and new challenges with the most up-to-date methods possible. And my methods do change because I'm constantly experimenting, constantly trying to tweak and make things more and more profitable. Unlike a course where you buy a course and then it's like, okay, that course was shot like 6 months ago. Some of the stuff in it might not work anymore. Whereas my forums are live. They're a living, breathing beast. And it's the most up-to-date stuff you can get. Are you in? I hope so. How about a bonus? I got a fast action bonus for you. The first 5 people to purchase the yearly option get, drumroll please, a 30-minute strategy call with me on Skype with yours truly. So let's chat and see if I can help. Tell me what you're doing and I'll offer my advice. All right. Now that's a warning. It's only for the first 5 who purchase the yearly option. So please act fast on the yearly. If you do purchase the yearly, just send me an email at ppccoach@gmail.com. I will see it coming through too, and let me know, and then we'll set up a time to do a call. What is the guarantee? Simple. I 100% stand by this. If you do nothing, you will get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. If your first question is, what's the refund policy on a buck? Come on. Then we're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. If you take action, follow the challenge, you will succeed. There's also 5 others in there, so you cannot help but succeed. What I'm saying is, if you want to change, then do it. Okay. If all this did was teach you how to profit for Mother's Day 2020, would that be worth it? If all it did was give you support via the members only forums, would that be worth it? If all it did was save you thousands of dollars in trying to figure this out on your own, would that be worth it? Well, yeah, absolutely. So, say you want to hit $10,000 per month. You have 2 basic options. Option number 1, do it alone. Go to YouTube or Facebook groups, search for, how to sell stuff online, find tons of conflicting info, get confused, get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, and struggle. Don't do that. Option 2, let me teach you. Watch me do it. Replicate it in your accounts. Watch me on every dashboard. Know what buttons to push. Know what settings are best. Know how to set up properly. Know how to manage scale. Connect all the dots. Save time, save money, and most importantly of all, be happy. Which option do you prefer? It's a complete no-brainer. If you have any questions, send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com. Now, what's the difference between now and later? Now you might be struggling. Later you won't be. This is a limited time offer for the $1 trial. It will not be available forever, so please jump on that. Now, some common questions that I get all the time, and then I'm going to take a quick tour of the forums for you, and then I'm going to take some questions from you guys and then close it up. Why a membership site? It's more organized versus a Facebook group. If you guys have ever bought a course that had a group attached, you can see it's not really organized. It's very difficult to follow. Plus, you can't build a business on Facebook. That's rented land. You don't want to do that. I have more control, which means a better program. And it's also super easy to view on mobile, which was very important for me. How is it delivered? It's in the forums. It's via videos. And there's 3 live training sessions. If you can't make a training session, don't worry. There's replays. What if I can't make it, right? No problem. Like I said, replays will be posted right in the forums, available to view anytime. When can you start? Right now. You get instant access. Get started in the forums now. There's already stuff going on. There's already 5 challenges in there. You have so much to chew on and digest and watch. It's insane. Plus, we got a really good group of people in there. You're not the first, so don't worry about that. Do I need a store? Not for this challenge. Future, maybe, but not this. When you join, you'll get to participate in those 2 in the future. What if I don't get Facebook ads? No problem. That means you won't have any bad habits. Like if you've never done them before, that means I get a clean slate to start with, and it's a good thing. The harder people to train are the ones that already have some bad habits, because sometimes breaking those bad habits is very difficult. Now, what about the next challenge? You pay monthly or yearly. You get in on all the challenges. As long as you're a member, you're in. Join once, get in on multiple challenges, pretty cool deal. And you get access to all the past ones too. So that's awesome. When are they? Every month. Schedules in the membership. These are based around holidays. We just keep doing them. This is how I've been running my business for years now. What daily budget do I need? Start small and work your way up. Example, start at 10 bucks a day. Take the training and apply it to your own budget, so you have to adjust it. Do not scale until you have a definite winner. What if I have more questions? You can email me, you can Skype me, you can go to my group. That's a free group on Facebook, and you can ask any questions you want at any time. Did you join yet? Awesome. I'll see you in the forums. Still on the fence? Okay, here's a couple testimonials. This is from Mandy. I've known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you are at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now, and he teaches in a simple, easy, and understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, made my investment back. Right on. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such a great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. Hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself that you can do this, and you will. Take care. Love that. Chris, been following Will for 3 years now, and to this day, I still think he's one of the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. Purchased a couple of his courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust his strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy, you won't regret it. There you go. You want more? Fine. I've got a gigantic page of way too many testimonials collected over the years. So ppc-coach.com/testimonials. There's a couple video ones on there too. What I'm saying is this is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a long, long, long time. and I want to help you. So it's up to you. What happens after you order? You get immediate access to the forums. Hey, want to see them? All right, cool. Let's go. Let me pull this back over. Let's do a new tab. Let's go to the forums. Here they are. Okay. So you got your intro section. You go in there and you just introduce yourself. The general discussion section, you can see this is not a new place. Okay. Here's all the success. Let's go into success. So this was my post on from Saturday, 618 profit yesterday, 447 profit today. That was on March 10th. Coronavirus profit so far today. Let's look at this one. So this is when it was really hitting and people were really starting to get panicky a little bit. So I basically pulled, I was just trying to see if I could still do it. And revenue 387, expense 117, profit 268.58, profit in Canadian 387. So you can see that this is not a fluky thing. I've been doing this for a while, and it does work. Okay, let's go back here. Here is the current challenge. So you can see I just created this today, basically. When you come in, you go in here, you click on the read me first. All training is in this thread. This is our home base for the Mother's Day challenge. And then you go and you register. So you click there to register. And here's where the replays are posted from live training. And then you've got homework. And then if you want to look at any of the past challenges, here's the Mother's Day challenge number 1 that we ran in March. And you can see there's like over 4 pages of back and forth with people. And here's the README. All these README posts have all the training. So there's setup videos and then there's replays. And these are over an hour long, each one of these. So you get access to all that right away. And then of course there's ones that are coming up scheduled. So the completed section is now bigger than the scheduled section, but the schedule just keeps going. So I might reduce this just to 1, just to avoid confusion, but just to let you know that, we're constantly running these challenges. But the general discussion is where things are, people do ask questions and they get support. And then the main section here as well. So there's a bunch of members online right now. There's a lot of members of the forums, and that's all this stuff on the side. So I really like the forums for delivery because it's well organized, as you can see. And when you do come in, you go general, you go here, welcome to the forums, read me first. There's instructions, what to do, how to sign up. Oh, I gotta actually update that thread. I'll update that as soon as I get off this call. So that's what they look like. Now, thank you very much for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. I am going to kind of close it off. I'm just reading some questions on the side here. So if you do have other questions, go there. I'm going to take some now. So we are basically done. Go to that link, ppc-coach.com/join. I'm just going to read off a couple questions, and then we're going to close it up. So how long would you start running ads for Mother's Day, and how would you segment your audience? I already started for Mother's Day about 2 weeks ago, so I would start now. And how do I segment my audience? The beauty of Mother's Day is basically everybody in the world has a mother. So I do cover this quite a bit in the training, and I will teach you exactly how to target this, but it is a gigantic market. So targeting is not the key thing. Targeting, in fact, is never the key thing with Facebook ads. The key thing is your offer or your product. It has to be something people want. If it's not, you could have all the targeting tricks in the world and it wouldn't matter one bit. So another one here. Oh, that's another one. Patty certification. Oh, for scuba diving. I need this. I'm struggling to put food on my table. Oh boy. Okay, well, if you're struggling to put food on your table, yeah, I mean, I want to help, but you will need a budget to spend too for the ads. So if it comes down to putting food on your table or joining my forums, put food on your table. Okay, you can't running paid traffic if you're desperate is not a good idea. I'll be honest with you. So I do want to help everybody, but if you have to feed your family or join my forums, feed your family first. Okay. You can always come back to the forums at any time. And I know I'm supposed to get you in the forums at any cost, but I'm not going to do that. What's the link to join? Right here in the bottom right, ppc-coach.com/join. That will take you to the sales page, and then you just join today and you're good to go. How long would it take a new person to get up and running? The beauty is right now, people seem to have a lot of time. So you can go through the Mother's Day Challenge round one right now, as soon as you join, and you can get up and running like today if you wanted. So you can go to the forums, right? When you join, you're like, okay, this is round two, which doesn't have the live sessions yet. Round one does. So you go in here, read me first, Mother's Day Challenge 2020. You go through all these videos for your setup, and then you go through live training number one, live training number two, live training number three. You watch all those and you're up and running today. So that's how soon you can get going. I'll leave that up there. How long is a dollar trial for? It's for 7 days, and then it converts to the full $49.99 a month, which is still, honestly, that's dirt cheap. We ordered Chinese, or not Chinese, we ordered sushi 2 nights ago, and my bill was $94 for the sushi, and we had to go pick it up, and you have to like sit in your car, and then once they email you that your order's ready, then you can go in and get it. And they only let like one person in the restaurant at a time for takeout. So I paid for 2 months of PPC Coach on one dinner of sushi. So if you're looking for a perspective, and it's crazy that people pay so much for anything else, but when it's more like bettering themselves, sometimes they balk at it because they think, oh, maybe it's a scam. This is not a scam. This is I Go Google me. I've been around forever. So invest in yourself. This is peanuts. This is honestly peanuts compared to what I charge for one-on-one, which is currently $5,000. This is nothing at all. The reason I'm doing this, I want to reach more people and I want to help more people. And your investment into this is very little. Okay. But like I said, if it comes down to putting food on the table or joining my site, put food on your table first. Okay. All right. I'm going to close this off. I'm going to put that link up there one more time. ppc-coach.com/join. Go there. You will go to the main like sales page, gives you more info. But on the top right, and there's a big green button, just click join today. You can't miss it. And then you'll get in for the dollar trial. If you're not happy, cancel. No problem at all. No harm, no foul. You can come back anytime. All right. So that is it. Everybody have a great day. And I am in the forums every day. So we will talk to you in there. We'll talk to you in the group. If you have any questions, send me an email. Everybody have a great day. And like, we will get through this virus stuff. We always do. Humans are very resilient. And we, as people nowadays, are very resilient. We know what to do. We just have to do it. So it's going to be a long haul, but we'll get through it. Everybody will get through it. So keep going, keep plowing forward, and why not make some money while you're at it in a good way, in a good, ethical, nice way where you're making people happy. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day, and we will see you in the forums.